We're live. We're live. We're live. I've gone live a little bit early. Please let me know if you can hear me. In fact, let me know if that is working. Otherwise, I've got to change the microphone. It's about to go to penalties. I'd already set up the stream basically. So it's about to go. Penalties are about to go. So I'm gonna have to talk you through it because I couldn't wait to do the penalties. Anyway, what a palaver. It was 2-0. We'll go through the game afterwards. We'll go through the game afterwards. All right. It's Roberto in goal. I don't know if you noticed. Hopefully you will be watching yourselves. But Fabianski was not playing today. That didn't feature for whatever reason. Will be very, very interesting to see why. But anyway, there we go. Roberto getting ready in goal. Don't know. Well, Athletic Bilbao player playing in green. Adariz taking a run up. He's done a little stutter, and he placed it. He placed it to Roberto's left. He may even have got fingers on it, Roberto, but it's a goal. It's a goal to Bilbao. Oh yeah, sorry, Chris. Thanks for the feedback. I just want to know that you can hear that, and it's not picking up from my mic on the laptop, because there was a lot of hissing on the last one, please, mate. Right, next penalty. It's Chicharito. Come on, mate. He's taking a run up. Oh, the keeper saved. It was a bit low. It was a bit tame. Wasn't right in the corner. I think he telegraphed it as well. He was looking at that side foot. Maybe the keeper went early. But the referees never pull them up for such things, do they? The keeper might have been off his line. I don't think it was a great penalty. So, yeah, well, 1-0 to them in terms of penalties. This is for the Betway Cup, for goodness sake. Oh, dear. No, Roberto doesn't inspire confidence. Bilbao's next penalty. They've scored. Roberto went the wrong way. Look, dear. We shouldn't care, should we, as a friendly, but you can't help yourself, really. You can't help yourself. 2-0 in penalty terms. It was 2-0 at full time, just in case you hadn't seen it. Oh, they've not been able to get a stream over in France. I can see in the chat. I'll describe the game afterwards. Robert Snodgrass running up to take the pen. Okay, a firm and fruity penalty with his left foot, as you'd expect, high and into the net. The goalkeeper went the wrong way as well, but I don't think he'd have got it anyway. That's a much more assured, powerful penalty. But he's good at the set plays, Snoddy. We know this, don't we? Okay. So up to this point, if you're just joining, if you're not watching, it's on. What's it on? I'm watching it on Facebook, West Ham Facebook page. But anyway, we've missed one. Chicharito missed one. They've scored 2. Here we go. Roberto, can he save this? Oh, they've hit the post. They've hit the post. You'd be disappointed with that. They give it a lot of they got a lot of sauce, that one. Not quite the accuracy though. So if we score our next penalty, it's going to be even Stevens. So that's how we do. They're rattling through them. I think everyone wants to get home. It's Yarmolenko, I believe. Yarmolenko. He scores. It really annoyed me. We didn't see the run up or anything because the cameraman decided to concentrate on an Athletic Bilbao fan doing that. Why cut to that scene then? So, but anyway, he scored. It's 2-2. Both teams have missed 1. Roberto's got some sort of strange little procedure. I think he's sort of half trying to put them off, but he's not quite going far enough. If you're going to do it, go and put them off. I think there might have been a prayer going on as well. So let's see. They come up. Oh, he's been tricked. He's been tricked. He shaped the Bilbao player like he was going to hoof it, but he just give it a little dink. Roberto ended up doing a sort of headstand at the end of it. He was completely bamboozled. It's like in cricket, where they bowl a slow ball and it comes out the back of the hand. You think they're going to bowl a very, very quick ball, but it comes out slow. It's Diangana Now, who's looked all right since he came on in the second half? We'll go through all that. Just get these penalties out of the way, shall we? Lining it up. Come on, mate. Taking a run up. Hits his left foot well over the crossbar. Oh, dear. But we've changed so many of the team. You have to wonder how many of these people have been on the pitch or taking pens anyway. We're going to relinquish the Betway Cup. The only trophy in the cabinet is going to be nicked. Terrible. If they score here, that's it, by the way. That will be it. Oh, I can barely look. Well, I can. Come on now, folks. It's up to you, Roberto. Where's he gone? Roberto's... Oh, he ran off to get a ball. Well, why did he do that? The penalty taker's got the ball at his feet. There was another ball in the area, yet Roberto decided he was going to run 15 yards to go and get rid of it. I don't know. Better save this. Save the penalty. Oh, it's a goal. It's a goal. Athletic Bilbao win on penalties. It was high. It was a good penalty, to be fair. I don't think he would have been able to save that. That's it. That's your lot. That's your lot, folks. That's your lot. Not for the video. Not for the video. We just started the video. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to shut that down now. There we go. I'm going to shut that down as well. I'm shutting down all the windows now. You got my undivided attention. Sorry. I had planned to start the video a lot earlier than that. And sorry, I planned to start at the end of the game. Didn't expect it to go penalties. Didn't know it was going to penalties. So I don't know. You've probably already told you YouTube have changed everything, the way they're doing everything. So anyway, I'd scheduled this video and it had to start at that given time. So I had to start it right before the penalty shootout. So there's going to be people joining right now. We've been here for a little while. We've been here for a little while. Watching the penalty shootout. I would say enjoying the penalty shootout. Not so much. Right. I understand that that a lot of you missed the game. And it's a bit of a shame because I watched it on the West Ham United Facebook page. It was a good stream. It was very, very good quality, actually. So yeah, sorry to those of you that missed that. It was all over the website, but it seems people in some foreign countries weren't able to get it anyway. It'll be plastered all over the West Ham website. I'll have highlights up very, very quickly. Just let you know quickly what we're going to do. I'm going to talk you through the game. Going to give my reaction to what happened. It finished 2-2. Bilbao won on penalties in the end. I'm going to take you through the goals, take you through how I thought everybody played. We're going to take some questions from the live chat. And then later on the Hammers Chat channel, on the main Hammers Chat channel, Gio's at the game. Gio's there with Charlie. There's lots of videos coming through tonight. Some fan cams, I think, coming up. Lots and lots. So thank you to everybody. Hello, Christopher Perks says, right, Gonzo. Hello there. Clayton's in the chat. Corey's there. Ian and lots and lots of people. Chris Boyce, thank you very, very much. Right, I'm going to go through the game for you. And then what I'll do is I'll come back to the chat in a minute. I hope the stream is okay. I hope you can hear me clearly enough. Just if somebody can let me know on the chat that this... You should be hearing that tapping and not any hissing, basically. I want my voice to be coming through the mic. If people can let me know if that's working, that would be lovely. Tim, the score was 2-2 in the game itself. And sounds good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Reds. And stream's all good. Thank you, Ian. Right, I'll continue now. Right, I'm going to not look at the chat for a minute. So just going to go through and just take you through the game, basically. So it was a terrible start. An absolutely terrible start. They attacked down the left, which is our right. And sorry, I should probably read you through the team, shouldn't I? How disorganised of me. Roberto was in goal. Fredericks was playing at right back. We had Balbena and Diop, and Cresswell started at left back. The team was the same in terms of that wonderful attacking strategy that Pellegrini seems to like to play now. So we had Wilshere and Declan Rice. Now, saying their two names together sort of indicates they played next to each other. They didn't. It was pretty much Declan Rice holding defensive midfield on his own. In front was almost like a four of Anderson, Wilshere, Fornals and Lanzini. And then Sebastian Haller up front. lots to admire, but not at the start. They got at us, and they got at us early. I think they scored after the first minute. In fact, they did score after the first minute. They came down our right on their left. Anderson was sort of in a position, almost like a right-back position. But as the Bilbao player crossed the ball, Anderson turned his back on it. The ball fizzed over, and Haller was in the box, obviously there because he's going to be there in the box for a lot of defensive set plays and a lot of things like that this season. You'll find him in the box because he wins most of his duels in the air, which we'll go on to talk about later. But if you remember when Carroll was always brought back to defend, he was brought back at that point. Anyway, the ball comes over. Sebastien Haller was probably unsighted a little bit as the ball came over. He tried to clear it. He basically swiped the ball into his own net. And so it was 1-0. Do I think Roberto could have got something on it? Possibly, but you're going to read a lot of stuff about Roberto, I think, in the coming hours when all the other videos come up from our channel and the other channel. So I'm going to leave that there, but I'm interested to see what happened with Fabianski. It was 1-0. It seemed, I think it might have been 15 minutes, something like that. It didn't seem that, maybe it wasn't that. They scored another goal. They went 2-0 up. It was a goal from the opposite flank this time. And they played around us. They played all around us for this one. It was Wilshere basically missed his marker, who ran behind him. Cresswell could have got the tackle in, missed the tackle. While this is all going on, there's 1-2s going on all around them. An interception could have been made by Diop. He missed the interception. And then the striker got in between Balbuena and Rice. Again, when you watch the highlights, I'll reserve the judgment on the goalkeeping to you guys. But it was a really easy goal to concede. A really easy goal not to concede. It was an easy goal for them to score. They played all around us. They'll be pleased. It was a good goal. But there were, if you look at it back, 3 or 4 really good opportunities to clear that ball and to stop that from becoming a goal. So we were 2-0 down at the very, very start of the game. And I'm thinking, well, this is not good. But I'm not surprised because defensively, we are poor. We are very poor. And I think maybe that's why he started Cresswell. So to make us a little bit more sturdy at the back. And anyway, so that was that. I'm thinking this is absolutely terrible. But that's as bad as it got. Aside from penalty shootout at the end. We started to get into the game. I'm going to go through the goals. Actually, I'm going to go through what happened in the game. And then I want to talk about the players, the overall play. Then I want to get your thoughts on it. We scored a goal. And it was a Haller. I keep saying Haller. Whatever. You're going to have to forgive me. Please excuse me. He drifted just to the sort of right of the goal. And one of the Bilbao players trying to get the ball off him. And he basically squared it into the box. Now, regular watchers of the videos will know I've been saying if Haller is going to do well at West Ham, we're going to have to mimic what Frankfurt were doing, which is to get players close to him. We did that because here's what happened. He basically flicked the ball into Fornals, who was very, very close to him. And Fornals was almost standing by the near post. Fornals done an overhead kick into the path of Lanzini. Don't anybody tell you this was an overhead kick where he was attempting to go for goal. He wasn't. It was an overhead kicked pass. Lanzini tapped it in. And it was then 2-1. What was beautiful was, as Haller crossed the ball over or chipped it up for Fornals, not only was Fornals in there, Lanzini was in there, and just behind him, if you watch the replay, was Anderson. And these three were going to be pivotal throughout the game, as I'll talk about in a bit. Within 80 seconds, I think it was, we scored again. Great work from Haller. And this time he was on the left-hand side, maybe the inside left position, not quite left winger, not quite left forward, but the inside left position. Again, he's managed to beat his man. He's not the quickest in the world, but he's strong and he's got very, very good ball control. And he has wonderful awareness. He's going to get a lot of assists this season, as you've seen in the previous friendly and as you'll see from this. Great awareness. And if you remember in the last game, he played a very, very long pass to set up the goal. He did it again. He got to the byline. He beat his man with skill and with strength. And he pulled the ball back to Jack Wilshere, who was probably 18 yards away from goal. What a smart finish. Wilshere scored the goal. Oh, I'm telling you, it was a beautiful goal. And that made it 2-2. Absolutely magnificent. And I'm sure anybody watching would have really enjoyed that. Hopefully they put the replays up and you'll be able to see the goals. But it feeds into, funny enough, what Ian Cook is saying in the chat here, which is that Haller, Fornals and Lanzini are linking up very nicely indeed. But I would also add into that Jack Wilshere. He ran the show today, and Anderson as well. Not quite on their level, but actually, I'll get in there. Let me deal with the game. Let me deal with the game as a whole. Then we'll get into opinions and things like that. Half time. The only change at half time was Antonio for Fornals. Hopefully, he wasn't injured. I don't think he was. And Antonio played well, but after that. After 63 minutes, we started to get into the mega substitutions, and it did change the flow of the game. Because in the first half, even though they scored early, I thought we were a better team. 63 minutes, Snodgrass came on for Wilshere, Yarmolenko for Anderson, Ogbonna for Balbuena. Not a lot's happening in the game at this point. They've got more of the ball, Athletic Bilbao, who I thought were better for most of the second half, apart from the last 10 minutes. But not really threatening. They had a goal disallowed for offside, but they weren't swashbuckling. But I felt the Fornals coming off, we just about managed it because we still had Lanzini and we still had Wilshere on the pitch and Anderson, and they were dictating the tempo of it. And Antonio's got his own qualities. Antonio was played predominantly on the left when he came on. In fact, all on the left when he came on, which was great, and he did some really, really good things. But when those changes made after 63 minutes, when we lost the cohesion, we lost the gel, if you like. 10 minutes later, there were a load more changes, and it was Sanchez for Rice, Chicharito for Haller, Diangana for Lanzini, Masuaku for Cresswell. And there was another one on 80 minutes, which was Zabaleta for Frederick from Fredericks. But that sucked the life out of the game. I'll deal with the individual performances, as I say, in a minute, including some of the substitutes. But there's not a lot to talk about because it was the second half until the last 10 minutes was pretty much a non-event. So if you did miss it, you didn't miss much. All that happened is 85 minutes. Diangana had two really good opportunities to score. He also just after that went on a really, really good dribble, but I just think he ran out of ideas just towards the end. But that was good. Chicharito almost scored from a Snodgrass pass, and Ogbonna headed just over. When I say headed just over, he directed his header down, and it bounced on the floor, then bounced just over. And that's what you're getting as a match report in terms of actually incidents that happened in the game. Just want to go through before we go to live chat. I want to talk about players individually. Roberto, I've mentioned. I'm going to leave that to others. I'm not the best assessor of a goalkeeper anyway, and I have a feeling he's going to come in for quite a lot of stick. And I've got to keep in mind this was a pre-season friendly, albeit the Betway Cup, which has been lost from the trophy cabinet. The big, huge trophy cabinet at London Stadium. Empty trophy cabinet at the London Stadium. But anyway, they've taken our cup. Right back, Ryan Fredericks gives a lot going forward. Was creating the overlaps, and I don't want to go into defending because I discussed it earlier on when I talked about their goals. Apart from the two goals, which I mentioned at the start of the show, I thought we handled them well. In terms of general play, his pace is wonderful. He kept on overlapping, and he got into positions and overlapped Anderson in particular, who spent a lot of time on the right. He overlapped him 3 times in particular, and each time he failed to deliver the cross. And he tried to deliver it, but his technique just let him down. And I looked at Haller in the middle, so dominant, so big, so strong. And I would imagine he would have been thinking, oh, come on, just get it in the air and I'll win it. I'll knock it in. There was a couple of times with 1-2s as well. I just feel Frederick's technique let him down. He's got so much good about him, particularly in terms of his pace, his willingness. He doesn't pass and stand still, so I think he sort of knows what he's meant to be doing. But a couple of times his technique lets him down. I just think it stops him. It's going to stop him enjoying fully the way the team are going to be set up among the creative players that we'll go on to discuss in a bit. Balbuena, I discussed him earlier. He could have done more for the goal, for the second goal, certainly. Didn't see a lot of the ball. Once we'd got over the fact that we conceded 2 goals, the centre-backs didn't see a lot of the ball. So I will say ditto for Diop, who I think could have got that interception in for the second goal. Cresswell, it's easier to comment on Cresswell because they just join in with the attack more. Why do I think he played Cresswell? Well, I don't think it's because Masuaku was knackered from the African Nations Cup, because the Congo dropped him, didn't they? They didn't play him very much. So I think he plays him to give a little bit of defensive stability, and also Cresswell is a better crosser than Masuaku. And with Allaire in the team, we've got a cross. I've just discussed Fredericks. It doesn't get forward as much as Fredericks, but he is a bit technically better. He is a better crosser of the ball. That being said, the one time he was in a lovely position to loft the cross up, because that's what you need to do with Allaire. It's not got to be whipped. He's not going to cut in front. It's got to be a lofted cross, because he's going to dominate. He didn't quite get it up there, Cresswell. But I do think that's why he was in the team today. I will discuss Masuaku now, because we're discussing left-backs. I thought, even though there were too many changes in the second half, I thought when Masuaku came on, he did sparkle, actually. I thought he looked really good. And it's going to be interesting to see against Man City what team he puts out. I always think, actually, it's going to be more interesting against Brighton, because Pellegrini might get a bit squeaky bum, because make no mistake about it, the team that it looks like is Pellegrini's team, regardless of which left-back you think is going to play. The team that is Pellegrini's team is totally attacking, and there's hardly anyone in defence. So we'll move on to the midfield, and Declan Rice. Well, Declan Rice was pretty much there on his own in central midfield. Did a couple of smart tackles, did nothing wrong, Rice, at all, really. Didn't. But Rice isn't going to make the impact, I don't think, that he did last season, because last season, Declan Rice was making an awful lot of tackles, really getting into good positions. And you're only going to make those tackles if the opposition have got the ball. I think there's going to be plenty of times this season where the opposition don't have the ball very much. Such is our technical ability. So it's going to be... Rice is going to find himself redundant for large portions of the game. And then when called upon, he's going to have to make tackles and whatnot. But Rice did nothing wrong today. Really neat and tidy. Put past it. Really nice. But the game and the ethos and the way West Ham are playing, and what I want to get excited about, and I don't want to focus on the Betway Cup, even though I joke about it. I don't want to focus on the 2 goals. I want to talk about what we've got going forward. So everybody that plays in front of Declan Rice. So the next I want to discuss is Jack Wilshere. I make no apologies for praising him at any point. He is a wonderful footballer. He reads the game so well. He's not afraid to put his foot in, by the way. There was a point in the second half where he did attack. I thought, oh my goodness, I hope he hasn't injured himself again. But the way he controls and dictates the game, his first touch, his awareness, the way he looks behind him before receiving the ball, he'll do that, he'll receive the ball, then he'll turn in the right direction. The way he turns into space. He's happy to receive the ball whenever, even if he's marked, rarely wastes it, rarely loses it. Will try and play it short, but if he can't play it short, he's more than happy to play a Hollywood pass and play it, play a long pass to try and play in one of the wide players. I can't really say too much about him. I know we're going to discuss him further in this show, because I know people in the chat are going to discuss him as well, because it won't just be me that's impressed. I've already seen a couple of comments there. I know you lot are impressed as well. Wonderful. And the way he took his goal was a first touch, pure quality, pure technique. But the way he is linking, Ryan Lamb's in the, it was 2-0. It was 2-0 and then they won on penalties. What was it? 3-2, 4-3, something like that. Excuse me, bit of a dry throat. I was talking. The way he controls the game is majestic. The way he linked with the 3 in front was something very, very special. We could talk about him in any order you want. Anderson, Fornals, and Lanzini seem to have free license to do what the hell they want. There's a system of such, which is if Lanzini's on the left and Anderson's on the right. That means if Lanzini drifts over to the right, Anderson's going to go on to the left. Again, I think Anderson is going to spend 60-70% of the game when he plays on the right, because I think it's crossing again. If I had a criticism of Anderson, and it would be, I just think sometimes he dwells on the ball a little bit too much. There were times today when I thought, just release it, cross it, give it now. And he didn't. Anderson tries to dribble so much, invariably gets the ball taken off of him. And I think we're just going to have to accept that. And because actually what he does offer in terms of outright pace and dribbling ability, it's going to score us a lot of goals this season. It's going to cause teams a lot of troubles. I think possibly he would have stood out today if it wasn't for how good Wilshere was, how good Fornals was, and how good Lanzini was. Fornals is just wonderful. Just wonderful. I think he's going to spend the majority of the time in the middle, although we saw him drift to the left, we saw him drift to the right. But I think he's in the middle. It's a strange one, because last season, when we were really lacking creativity, we were saying, well, why don't we put Anderson at number 10? Sure, he can play number 10. And he could have done. And he can. He's got very, very good passing. It seems like we're playing with 4 number 10s, which is a very, very strange thing. And I'm very happy about it. I know it leaves gaps in the team and there's deficiencies in defence. Maybe we should have another defensive midfielder. I think I've been saying for a while, I think we could do with an athlete in central midfield. But if we're not going to get one, and Pellegrini's going to have this ethos of loads of number 10s, let's enjoy them. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy what he's doing, because Fornals is reading of the game, his first touch, his manipulation of football, the way he looks up is marvellous. He supplied Lanzini's goal, as I said today, but he was so close to him when he supplied it. Obviously, he's already scored in pre-season, as we know, because when Allaire set him up for his goal in the previous game, Hertha Berlin, but he keeps getting close to Allaire. He's going to score some goals this season. He keeps getting into the box, repeatedly getting into the box, but he's not afraid to drop deep either. It's a lot to be impressed with. We've signed a really good player. We're really going to enjoy watching him. And we're going to have a work cut out to decide how many he is at the end of the year. There's going to be so many to enjoy. Moving on to Lanzini. I'm going to do another video on this at some point in the next couple of days. I hope we're saving the money to get this guy's contract sorted out, is what I'm saying. And that will be the gist of the video. Lanzini was spectacular today. Lanzini is wonderful. And not just a goal. Forget the goal, even if he didn't score the goal. He's fast. He's got his speed back. He's not as fast as Anderson, but he's quicker than Fornals. He's fast enough to get away from a defender. His technique, his game awareness, the way he manipulates the ball, the way he twists and turns. It was a wonderful shimmy and a pirouette today where the guy came flying in and he just dragged the ball back with his right foot, moved it onto his left foot, and then was on his way while the geezer was lying on the floor. The Athletic Bilbao player was lying on the floor thinking, where's that geezer gone? Where's Lanzini gone? It was wonderful, wonderful manipulation of the ball. You can tell that these guys must love playing with each other. The interchangeability. Is that a word? I think it is. I think it's a word. The interchangeability of Lanzini, Fornals, and Anderson was a joy to behold. Go where you want. Just cover each other if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Declan will do it. Poor old Declan. It's wonderful. Fluidity. We're going to cause some teams problems. As I've said in previous videos, we're going to cause ourselves some problems as well. We're going to ship some goals. It was 2-2 today. Expect some 2-2s this season. Expect some 3-3s. Maybe even expect some 4-4s. But I do think there'll be some 3-2 wins and some 4-2 wins and some thrashings as well. I think we'll administer a few thrashings as well because the team is that good. Sorry. There's somebody in the. Sorry, I've just seen somebody in the chat. I've got nobody in the chat at the moment, and so I've got no moderators in there. So I've just seen a message which I would absolutely have deleted. So apologies, can't do it now. I was going to get sidetracked. I can't speak to you and do that at the same time. Anyway, so bring us on to Sebastian Allaire. we're going to enjoy this guy. We are really going to enjoy this guy. He has game awareness, total awareness of where his teammates are. He was big and strong, and we know that. And Andy Carroll was big and strong. 3 Hammers are in the chat. Hello, fellas. Was big and strong. But often you would see it go up to Andy Carroll, and he would almost flick it onto nobody. Or he would shield it. He would shield it, get the defender behind him, and then not lay the ball off particularly well. Allaire does all of this and manages to find a teammate. In fact, you get the impression in his style of play is all about finding a teammate. It's his number one aim, is to just make sure once the ball is played up to him, he gives it and we retain possession. And that is, Pellegrini is going to absolutely love that. What I am really impressed with is not just the awareness to see the players, but the way he executes the pass, even if it's a long pass. Look at the Fornals goal from the midweek friendly in Austria. Look at that goal. Watch it again. He has the awareness. He looks up. It's not the first pass you might think of in that position. It's not the closest guy to him. Fornals is quite a distance away, but it was the best pass because Fornals was the guy that was free. And when you're playing a longer pass, and that is a longer pass, you have to be sure in your technique. He's very sure in his technique. Not only did the pass get to him, the pass was perfectly timed. And we saw the same thing today. You watch our second goal. The highlights will be up later on West Ham's channel. You watch the goal. He does his bit. He beats the defender and he looks up. Again, there are other passes he can make. He could cross it in there. He could dink it up. There's a lot of things he could do which would have been wasteful. But he plays the longer pass, but the right pass, the correct pass, and he plays it to Wilshere, who doesn't have to take a touch because the pass is weighted perfectly. The pass is an invitation. The same one with Fornals. It's weighted so well, it's saying, go on, hit it. There you go. And it's it. He did. Wilshere finished it absolutely smartly. But there is so much to admire. So much to admire from Sébastien Allaire. I hope he stays fit. I could say that for everybody. Wonderful. I'm going to quickly go into the substitutions because I do want to get your comments now. I want to know what you guys think. I've been waffling on for ages. I've mentioned Antonio. Thought he played well when he came on. Really good. Snodgrass was all right. Yarmolenko, he did some good things actually. He did some good things today. I'll be interested to see what happens with Yarmolenko when Yarmolenko is playing in that team that we started with. So just take one player out of there. Say if you took Anderson out of there, for instance, I think Yarmolenko did really well in that team. I think when Yarmolenko is on the pitch with Snodgrass and Sanchez and Chicharito and whatnot, I think it's difficult for him. And I think we lose that cohesion when we make so many changes, and we did. So I don't want to overly judge anyone. So yeah, Snodgrass, okay. Ogbonna, okay. I guess you could make the argument he didn't concede any goals. They did better than the other centre-backs. Sanchez, yeah, all right, fair enough. Chicharito. Diangana. I thought Diangana, Masuaku, and Antonio were probably the pick of the substitutes. And Yarmolenko just a little bit behind them there. But I don't want to read too much into it because I think it becomes a nothing game. When that many substitutions are made, I think it doesn't matter. The penalties, well, you know what? Actually, if you missed the start of this, actually at the very start of this video, we're watching the penalties live together because I had to start the video. Google's changed. YouTube's changed. The way we used to record has changed. So I'd scheduled a start. And it did, so I didn't expect penalties. So the penalties were actually watched live at the start of this video. So we reacted to the losing, the sad news of losing the Betway Cup there. Okay, I'm gonna go to the chat now. West Ham fan Diangana is better. Diangana's better than Messi. Ian Smith wants to know if Rice can play in this attacking system. Well, he's going to have to, because I don't think there's going to be that much emphasis on him. He's just going to be there to sweep up. Cosmic Assassin, Roberto, ... I think I've discussed Roberto again at the start. He's going to come in for some stick. We need Fabianski back, don't we? This is quite key. Shocking penalties, says Terence. He's gutted and very upset. Don't be too upset, Terence. Don't be too upset. It was a friendly. And we can sit here. Sorry, I just need to stop this. I don't mean to stop you talking. I need to stop this chat, otherwise it scrolls down too quickly. Don't be too upset, Terence. You know, it's a friendly. It's friendly. There's so many more positives that we can take out of it. Granted, look, we probably would like a little bit of reinforcement defensively. It may well happen. I still adamant we're going to sign a player or two. Scott Bloomfield, he said, attack is the most exciting form of defence. Wilshere was quality again, dynamic playmaker, puts himself about again. He does, he really does. And this is clearly Pellegrini's philosophy, is that attack is the best form of defence. We'll be susceptible, but we are going to have so much of the ball. And it's going to be exciting. You're going to struggle, as I say, for Hammer of the Year and your favourite goal of the year. At the end of the season, what's going to be your favourite goal? We're going to score lots and lots of them. All this tippy-tappy football is great if there's goals at the end of it. I'll reserve judgment. Yeah, you're right. But I think there was goals at the end of it today. But I'm sure, obviously, please do reserve judgment. We're going to have to see in the full heat of battle what we've seen is friendlies. We'll have to see what we're like in the full heat of battle. I'm not going to fly off the rails. I'm not here anyway. Listen, I'm going away. I'm going down the coast later on today, to be fair. And then I'm not even at a City game. I'm going to a wedding. So I'm not even there. So but I wouldn't go crazy after the City game anyway, because they're just so good. James Eagle says going to see some great games this season. Don't understand the negativity. I don't think there's tons of negativity, James. I mean, again, it's nice at the Terence. Try and concentrate on the positive things there. Nick Thompson says Antonio was far from poor. I guess somebody in the chat earlier on has said Antonio was poor. I thought he was one of our better players when he came on. Dean Garner had a couple of great chances, just couldn't convert. He's absolutely right. Ian Cook said that. Are they sorting out Hangouts? Ray, they're not, mate. Hangouts is gone. So you're going to have to stick with us here while we're finding our feet. We're going to have to find our feet and sort out new things. But we're trying. We're working really hard. I saw it on Geo during the week. And the week before that, we've been doing loads of test videos. Obviously, you saw the one that we broadcast to everybody, but even before that, it was anyway. I don't talk about Amateur Chat too much now, because we're back at the game. There's so many more videos. You've got loads of videos to watch tonight. There's so many West Ham channels. Everyone's going to be doing videos. Your fan cams will be up soon. Right, artist Clayton. No, okay. Scott and Clayton are having a chat. Be nice, fellas. Be nice to each other, please. Don't start on Antonio. I'll sit up here and stumbled on an argument here. Hammer 1999 thoughts on the fullbacks, Gonzo. Frederick's lacking a bit of technique. Probably will start. Needs to sort out his crossing. We need his crossing sorted out for the start of the season. He needs to work on it, because Ala's going to definitely need the supply. Zabaleta is a worry, I've got to say, but I still think he will have some games where he'll play well. Ben Johnson is a young player, so I'm happy that he's coming through. Cresso, I can understand why he's playing. I think he'll benefit from the run of games, but Masuaku would be my first choice left back. Certainly. Lewis says that without support, Rice is going to struggle. And what about Diop and Rice in midfield? I just don't think it's going to happen. He's got this blueprint. Pellegrini has got this blueprint, which is loads and loads of attacking players, and particularly number 10s. He wants people that are comfortable on the ball with technique. That's what he's going for. That's his ethos. I just don't think any part of Pellegrini's ethos is to put Diop in central midfield. As far as Pellegrini's concerned, he's already got one centre back in central midfield. He's not going to put two in there. It's just not how he wants to play. Excuse me, little drink. Table. Diop needs to play centre back, says Lewis. The three Hammers, I imagine that's probably Luke in there. Would like to see Haller and Chicha together against lower Premier League teams. Thinks that could work. We haven't seen it yet. I mean, yes. I mean, he's gonna. You can tell that Haller's the type of player that's going to enjoy playing with a partner. What have we got? We've got less than a week in the transfer window. Thursday, maybe Thursday. I still think there's stuff to happen. Don't rule out Chicharito going. Don't rule it out. Bit of a disappointed. It's no Newcastle signed Alan San Maxime, which is somebody that I can't complain. I can't complain, because we signed the one I really wanted, which is Alan. But Alan San Maxime is a very, very skillful player. But don't rule out more business for West Ham. But as I said, I will be doing a video within the next day or two about Lanzini and about The contract got to be done. Proper box-to-box midfielder would be ideal. Yes, it is, my friend. What's that? TJ Peg 44 says that. Diop has pace, can make a forward pass, says Tim Julian. Yeah, you're not wrong, Tim. You're not wrong. It's just not part of Pellegrini. That's not what Pellegrini wants to do. Tippy-tappy, give and go. I just can't see it. Look, if listen, I'll hold my hands up. If he does it, fine. I just don't think he will, mate. I don't think he will. Oh, this is a good point. Grumpy Old Vapor says he can't believe Adrian hasn't got a club yet. Get him back. Well, this is the thing. We've let him go and he's gone. And with our blessings to go on and play first team football somewhere. Well, if he's not got a club, it does make you wonder, doesn't it, really? I couldn't agree more. I totally agree. Allaire tried an overhead kick. Thanks, Lewis. I forgot to mention that. He did try an overhead kick, didn't he? I like it as well. And he was gutted. He smacked the floor, didn't he? When he didn't score the overhead kick, which I like to see. Does Lanzini look light on his feet? He looks half a stone underweight after a injury. Maybe you're right, but I don't think he looks bad for it. He's skippy and dainty and tricksy. Wonderful. Antonio looks like he's put on a bit of weight, but I don't think it's affected him. He's strong and bang, knocks it past the player. Get out of the way. Off he goes. I like it a lot. What else have we got here? Don't think we'll be last on Match of the Day too many times this season, says DJ Blokey B. You're right there, mate. You're absolutely right. Scott feels these are your comments. This is your show, folks. It's a forum channel. It's about you. So I'm going to read it. He says, just watched a poor team out there. Apart from Lanzini, Fornals, Anderson, Allaire and Diangana. Rice is overworked and our centre-backs are as good. So are as good as anything. Clayton, sorry, I think I've missed out on something here. Terence thinks Anderson was brilliant. I'm not saying he was terrible, Terence. I'm not saying he was terrible. I just thought he was the worst of the four, if we call it a four, with Wilshere in there as well. I thought there was a couple of times I'd liked him to get his head up and play the ball. Did you see that one where the geezer come in and did the slide tackle? He knocked it on. He went on. He went one more sprint too many, if you like. And the big strikers you don't need to do that. Just get the ball in there for him. That's fine. He didn't need to get to the byline and pull it back. He could have just crossed it. I also think sometimes just pass. But I do think he's brilliant. I'm talking about this game. I love Anderson. I don't want him to go anywhere. I want to see him in the team, starting in the team every time. Predictions for City. We'll be doing that in a week. Got a prediction video coming up on the main channel. Nick, have we got a replacement if Rice gets injured? I think his name is Sanchez. Victor. Hello, Victor says he thinks we will have a good season. Going to be interesting. Going to be entertaining, mate. That's for sure. Gonzo, have I YouTubed a better backup option as a centre back? I've not YouTubed one. No, I've not. I sacrilege to say you'd never get him. Whenever I've seen in that Spurs one, the reserve one at Spurs, that Foyth, not when we played them at their place. I went to that game. They played him at right back. He's not right back. He's a really good centre back. I don't know if we could get him. Probably not. But there are plenty of good centre backs out there. That's for sure. I'm stumbled across this argument. I don't want to get involved. Overall, this is from Station 3576. Said overall, good European opposition. We more than held our own, and the serious stuff is still to come. Do me a favour, folks, will you please? I better say this. I always forget. Look underneath the video. If it says subscribed, you're already subscribed. If you're not, please do click subscribe. And then there's a little button, icon of a bell next to it. Click the bell, please. We've got loads of videos coming up. If you click the bell, it's not going to bombard you. It ain't going to sell you double glazing or anything, but it will pop up on your device saying, Amma's chat, I've got a video coming up on the forum channel. So if you might be, we've got 2 channels. So I'm sure most of you are aware of that. But if you're not, if you just double check for me, it'd be very much appreciated. Balbuena had a good game, passed through the lines very well, and Diop's marking worked well. I don't want to pick up on that. Hammer 1999. I do think Balbuena passes through the lines really well. I really do. What else have we got? Clayton's saying it's not how Pellegrini plays. He's always played with 2 holding midfielders, but with different skills. Interesting. Maybe he's changed. Maybe he's morphed. Chilled out in his old age. Clayton thinks Pellegrini's missing a trick, not making Balbuena captain. Thank you for bringing it up, Clayton. Cresswell was captain today. What's going on with Noble? I don't know. We've not seen him. Has he played enough to start against City? I thought Noble would start against City, you see. For the reason, funny enough, that Clayton just alluded to. Anderson doesn't have the same instincts as Wilshere and Fornals. No, and I understand that, and I get that. He's not. They'll move the ball very quickly. If one touch is all that's needed, they will only take one touch, and that's great. But and I understand you need people that are going to travel with the ball, because obviously Wilshere and Fornals are not blessed with Anderson's pace. I do understand that, and I don't want him to stop dribbling. I just thought there's times when look what the best option is, you know. Terence blames Golden Sullivan. We'll never move forward until we get them both out. Terence, you're in a grumpy old mood, mate. You're in a grumpy mood, Terence. Cheer up. Well, go and watch the highlights. Honestly, mate, stop worrying about it. I think it should be a good season. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of times to whinge about Golden Sullivan throughout the season. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Honestly, don't worry about it now. Cosmic Assassin is probably more close to the mark. He's whinging about Diagana's penalty, which is what you should be whinging about today. Golf Pro, hey, my good man who has buddied with me on Xbox. So we're going to play some Red Dead Redemption, I hope, at some point. Hello, my friend. He thinks the team is perfect as long as Fabianski's back. Yeah, I mean, Fabianski he's a match winner. Not something you say about goalkeepers. So Fabianski's a match winner. There have been games last season that we won because of Fabianski. There have been games last season that we drew because of Fabianski, which obviously means Fabianski is worth points. If we're going to play with that back line and one defensive midfielder, I want Fabianski at the back as well. Do we like the new home kit? I like all the kits. So that's fine. There's a bit of a fuss when they're brought out. I don't mind looking at it at all. Lanzini could be the top goal scorer. I agree. I don't disagree at all with that. In fact, I think I predicted it in Katie's video in the week, which we did a prediction video for the season of Premier League. Prediction. Who was captain today? It was Cresswell. Terence is happy. Sorry, Terence. He's just not happy at losing. Don't worry about the loss. It's just penalties to all our best players are off the pitch when they took the penalties. We probably wouldn't have lost. If we'd have had Lanzini and Anderson and Fornals and Allaire and all them taking the penalties, probably wouldn't have lost, mate. Wilshere, they the 5 penalty takers would have been totally different. Don't worry about it. Don't worry when we get thrashed by City. If we get thrashed by Brighton, then Terence, please do come back on his channel and moan about it. Please do. I'll moan with you. I'll join in. We'll moan together. Clayton's thinking it's more likely an exciting season than a good season with a few high-scoring games. I would agree with that. As I say, I think ninth. I think we're going to finish ninth this season. And I'm not going to moan if we do. Does Wilshere or Noble start versus City? No's for me, for the organisation leadership. I would have thought the No's would start against City, but he's not played in the last 3 games, I think. So is he going to put him in? Don't know. All our best players were on the pitch, though, Chris, when they scored. No, you're right. I'm not saying, I am not even pretending that we won't concede goals. I think we're going to concede loads of goals. I think we're going to get thrashed some games, and I think we're going to administer some thrashings. I think we're going to thrash some teams as well. And I'm all right. I'm all right with that. I want to see entertaining football. I want to see the flicks, the overhead kicks, the nutmegs. That's what I want to see. I'm looking forward to going to that stadium and actually seeing it. I'm looking forward to being in my man cave and watching it on a big screen at the times I can't go to the games as well. I'm excited about this. Well, Lewis is praying we can surprise a spring, a surprise on City. I don't think City will be surprised by us at all. I think City will know exactly how we're going to play. I think they're probably licking their lips as well. Can you read Clayton's comments as mine? Sorry, Scott. I've not been reading your comments, mate. Mate, I can't. Sorry, I can't really go back and retrospectively read the videos. Plus, you can read them all yourselves. Plus, I'm keen. I want to get this wrapped up in 5 minutes because other people are going to start uploading their videos. And whilst it's not our channel or anything like that, you're going to go and want to watch the fan cams. They're probably not quite uploaded yet. Gio's going to do an instant reaction video with Charlie. the Wi-Fi is so tough to get it uploaded, so it normally takes a good half hour, an hour to get anything uploaded. Terence is okay now. I'm very, very pleased, mate. I'm pleased to have cheered you up. Allah certainly would be my penalty taker if Noble is off, as somebody has just asked. Our first team have only played 2 games together. That is very, very true. Do we change it up away from home? That is a good question. That is a good question. I think it's a pertinent question, one that probably needs addressing. Maybe we should go a little bit more. One more defensive player in the midfield away from home. Do we love you, West Ham? Of course we do. Wondering how we'll approach the first game. Well, listen, we've got our preview coming up in a week against Manchester City, so we will look at that. Stadium looked smaller. Fans close to the field. Is that not just the carpet that's doing that? There's not many people there today, I've got to say. I say not many. Easy to criticise. It was friendly, but it was priced quite cheaply. I wasn't there today, but having said that, as soon as I finish this video, I'm driving down the coast. So there you go. That's why I'm not there today. Do you think the amount of work Rice will have to do with the defence, he may run out of steam in the season? So depends how much we've got the ball. Hopefully we've got the ball a lot. And then he won't. Liverpool and Man City can play exciting attacking football and win. We should be able to as well. I don't want to lose games 4-2 or 5-4 and then win 7-5. But he says he actually wouldn't mind winning that one. It's Liverpool and City, isn't it? I'm pretty sure if we could spend the money that they can, then we'd be better as well. I get it. I like Klopp. That's my favourite style of football, by the way. I actually see him as 2 different teams, Liverpool and Man City. Liverpool's my favourite style of football. I love fast counter-attacking, crossing, love all that, actually. Really do. Who's going to be Hammer of the Year? Take your pick. Possibly Lanzini. Maybe even Wilshere. But it could be any one of these guys. Anyone. What else have we got? We'll get a spanking against Man City, but as long as we come back fighting afterwards, I'm okay with that. Says DJ Blokey. I'm going to wrap it up now. Hugo scored. Yes, he did. Ian Smith, thank you. Terence, I haven't got your Hammers Chat t-shirt. I'm going to explain it. I'll explain it one more last time. I've got some Hammers. Last time I did a run of Hammers, basically it cost me a fortune to get one printed. And they're the ones, if you've seen, I've got a claret one, I've got a blue one with just a Hammers Chat Hammers on it and the HC. Got a black one, got black and blue, and then a sort of light blue one. I need to make it worth it. I need to make a run of 20 t-shirts or something like that, Terence. I don't want to order one because every time you got the embroidery gets less the more you do. And they are nice t-shirts, but the last thing I want to do, mate, is charge you 40 quid for a flaming t-shirt, and then it's not worth 40 quid. They're all right. Might be worth 15, 20 quid, but they're not worth 40 quid. So once I get a run together, I'm not into making any money out of it either. So if I get enough interest, I'll get some printed up. Maybe we'll do a little. Maybe I'll put some samples out there on the internet or something like that, and we'll see what people like, and I'll get some made up. I've not forgotten. I know, Terence, you want a t-shirt. Don't you worry. What else have we got here? Wilshere. Chris Boyce thinks Wilshere will be his Hammer of the Year. Sanchez got a lot of stick, but I think he has something to offer. How do you pronounce that name? Zvola. Is that right? Hopefully. Sorry if I got that wrong. Nick Swire Thompson says, need positivity, guys. We're going to thrash City 6-0. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Thank you for joining in. There's loads of videos. Like I said, I'm going to just repeat myself again. Thanks for the show. Look, Clayton, you are very, very welcome, my friend. And thank you. Thank you for all your contributions, Clayton, not just on here, on the forum. Jill will tell you I'm manic for going through comments. I try, and it's so easy to say thank you for your comments and leave a comment below, and but no, I am genuinely interested. That's why I do this stuff. I read them, I reply to as many as I can. So yeah, mate, Terence, I mean, don't go. Sorry, Clayton, it don't go unnoticed, mate. You're on the forum. I know all the regulars. I see you all in here all the time. So thank you to everyone who watches any of our stuff and joins in, and it's nice, isn't it? I think it's nice as well. It's nice, particularly if you watch the game, to type something up and put your opinion out there. Such and such was crap. Such and such was brilliant. It's like therapy, isn't it? I think all this. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Nick. Clayton, Victor, DJ Blokey, Yee Buddy, Yoho. Is that an advert? That's an advert. I don't know. But, yeah. No. Don't Uber Eats. Don't come and advertising on here. We're talking about football. Anyway, there we go. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Lots of footage coming up. We've got our main channel, Gio and Charlie doing a reaction. We've got some fan cams, hopefully from the boats. We can get them uploaded. We're still learning. This is new technology this year. Got a lot more coming up. Got loads of videos all through the week on the main channel. I'm going to have a rant about Lanzini on this channel. So make sure you're subscribed in a couple of days. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you. Pride of... how do I say that? How do I say that? I don't know. You know I'm talking of. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris Boyce. I'm just going to end up saying thank you for the next 5 minutes. I'm going to go. Please don't think I'm rude. If I've missed your comments, I'm going to switch the chat down now. That chat is gone. Lovely evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see you throughout the week on the channels. And if you've not gone in the live chat, I'll come back later on tonight and I will read the comments underneath. So thank you in advance for any that you leave. Come on, you irons, and all that funny stuff. We'll be all right. Thank you for watching. I'm pressing end stream now. Are you sure that you want to end your stream? It's asking me. New technology. Yes, I am. Goodbye, everybody.